The home game's been cancelled. Can you explain why?
Yeah, this weekend home game cancelled. Technical faults at the rink, really. We already knew last week in practice that things didn't seem to be working, but we don't control that. That's purely down to the whole city council. But it turns out that there's a gas problem with regard to the air conditioning system. Right. And that basically means that there's a huge build-up of condensation. When we're there at training this week, you might notice that all the glass of the rink was just soaking wet through. Yeah. Now you can squeegee that down and get rid of the condensation, but it's just going to come back during the course of the game. But we're still, as some of the photographs have proved, I've been looking at earlier, there was like a fog rising from the rink
ice.
As well. Yeah. And then we've started to have huge problems. So really, it was deemed by the whole city council that the fixture had to be cancelled before they actually can then conduct repairs. Okay,
right. Well, it was on Hull Live before you actually announced it. Was that planned?
Certainly not planned by our club.
Right, okay. Strange.
We'd be disappointing because other agencies, even the league and another club, Milton Keynes, who were playing us, knew before we did.
That's shocking.
I learned of the cancellation from somebody sending me a link to a Hull Daily Mail website. I then rang the owner of the club, Shane Smith. He said, well, I only found out 20 minutes ago. I was actually on my day off, so obviously it then flashed up on the phone. So sadly, there's been a huge breakdown in communication. We are incredibly disappointed as a result of that.
I can imagine.
We're the last ones on the receiving end of that communication. That's something we're going to have to try and talk to the necessary parties and really make sure that doesn't happen again. It did look weird to the fans that other people knew before they knew. And again, we can't apologise enough for that. But that, once again, I'm not trying to say that everything's out of our control, but it was. We found out, as I said, from the whole Daily Mail
this
website,
particular problem was actually out there.
So the communication channels failed, but we are the recipients of that communication. We couldn't prompt that communication without even knowing what the problem was in the first place.
Okay, so now we know what the problem is. When will the issue be fixed?
The issue we were hoping was going to be fixed on Saturday.
Oh, really?
Due to various issues with regard to the whole city council, we can't affect how they repair things, how they run matters. They've got their own procedures in place, etc.
Nice.
It's enormous disappointment for us that it couldn't be done for this weekend, but it will be fixed, all being well, Tuesday of next week, we've been told. That's the latest update we've got, and we have to take the whole city council on the word with regard to that.
Okay, and so next week's fixture on the Sunday will be going ahead.
We don't have an issue with that. We've been told it's going to be fixed on Tuesday, and hopefully some repairs will be conducted to the scoreboard, which has been a huge problem for us all season long. The pre-season fixtures and the first game last season, no scoreboard working. I often say I'm a fan as much as anybody else. I find it incredibly frustrating. But at the end of the day, this is stuff we don't own the rink. We lease the rink, and we have to be beholden to the whole city council as to what they can and can't do.
Okay, lovely. And the fixture that's missing this weekend against Milton Keynes, when will it be played?
We've got to get that to be rearranged. It's going to have to be midweek game. If it's a Wednesday or a Friday, etc., more likely a Wednesday, it'll have to be. But we've got problems because they've got to come all the way up to us by sort of 7 o'clock when face-off is 7:30, which means that their players have now got to suddenly take a part day off work.
Of course.
During the week. We're going to lose maybe £8,000 to £10,000.
Really?
As a result of that fixture being rearranged.
So it would have been nice if Hull Council could have helped you along this week?
If they could have done, yeah. If it was in their power to do, I don't really know what the problems are there. So that's something maybe they could only comment. We can't comment on that, of course. I'm sure they'll try their hardest now for the next fixture. But, this has got huge implications financially for us. Fortunately, we've got an owner there who does dig deep when he has to do. We'd rather not dig deep.
Of course.
Only the second game into the season, but he'll do it and he'll make sure that game's on, and not just that game's on. It'd be an absolutely great game for the Sheffield Steel Dogs. It's got to be on some of the biggest games of the season for us.
Right. So let's hope the fans get behind the rearranged fixture and come out in the.
Yeah,
drugs.
I think as I said, we can only apologise to the fans. If it was something in our control and we'd failed, then it'd be a bigger apology as well. But the fact of the matter is, this is something we cannot control whatsoever.
Okay.
I'm not just trying to shed the blame here, but we do have to understand when we've made a mistake, we hold our hand up and say, that's on us.
Yes.
We've made that mistake, we'll learn, let's move on. There's nothing we can do about this.
Well, there's nothing that Hull Council could do either for the problem.
No.
I mean, they might have been able to help you a little bit more, but at least the problem will be fixed and it'll be all set for next week.
We're going to sit down and have a dialogue with the council as to where we can go on this, because obviously some things have happened which we're not 100% happy with. they might have a good explanation as to how things have happened and why they've happened, but we do need to have a dialogue with them on that because we've got customers.
Yeah.
We're their customer and we've got customers too.
Of course.
So there's a chain going on there. We have to make sure that everybody's singing from the same hymn sheet. Sounds a cliche, but it's true.
True. So once you've spoken to the council, you'll obviously reiterate what they say to the fans.
Absolutely.
And will you be doing that on the new website that you've got set up?
The new website. We certainly will be the new website. Yeah. It's we'll put as much out on there as we can and on social media too. Yeah.
Perfect. And you mentioned that you have a new media team. What are they going to be bringing towards the club?
The new media team, first and foremost, are all volunteers. So one of my remit at the beginning of the season, or end of last season, sorry, was to create a media team because we had one man dealing with all the media before, right. Andy Robinson. Did a great job considering he's got a full-time job. I did this. But if we're going to try and live up to the expectations of the fans and live up to the fact that we're now a treble-winning team,
of course.
This is a huge game changer on and off the ice for us. The media team was necessary because, as you guys know, you deal with social media yourself all the time. You read it, you produce it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the oxygen in which businesses breathe nowadays. So we needed a media team to cover all the channels, events, social media, website. And we're pretty much covered now. We've got 4 people, 5 including me, in that team now.
Lovely.
I think we've got everything we need covering. We're not perfect.
Of course.
And a lot of things we're doing at the moment, we're practicing. We're just starting off on certain ventures, which we might get a chance to talk to a little bit later in this interview. But yeah, we're getting there.
Okay, good. So we will have a YouTube channel set up for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we've got the whole School of Art and Design making great strides in terms of the YouTube channel. We've already got 2 YouTube channels out there as well, but this is a completely new venture. So I wanted to start again on this one with the help of Hassad, whole School of Art and Design. So we're going to have a banner hopefully on this interview, which will say what that YouTube channel is. Perfect. And then we're going to be posting regular interviews on there, locker talk on there, goals on Monday, highlights packages as well. So we're going to be a grown-up club at last. We're going to have that facility that many other clubs have had. But again, as an organisation, we're 4 years old. That's not an excuse, that's a reason. You can't hit the ground running on this and suddenly start to put all of your money into social media and things. It's a process, and at the moment, most of the attention's been to get a triple winning team on there as quick as we can. We've got that. That's safe. We're hopefully going to win something this year. Now we can start to concentrate on the back office because it does need concentration. It needs improvement.
Well, you've got some good content leading up for the new YouTube channel then.
Hopefully so, yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Great pleasure.